Shalom, shalom. Welcome, welcome. We got somebody in the building. Welcome to the show. Just collecting my thoughts. Waiting for others to join us, and we'll be getting started. Officially Melanie. Hello, shalom. Welcome to the show. Toyota Kawasaki. What's going on? Shalom. Welcome to the show. Rain has stopped temporarily. And it's not as cold as they said. They said it would be in the 30s. It's actually in the 40s. Like 45 or something like that. I guess let's go ahead and get started, guys. I know it's what they call Black Friday. And a lot of people might be out shopping right now. we might get some more people to join us, and we might not. Anyway, we're live. This is your host, Brian Anthony, reporting for duty. Brian Anthony with Beyond Babbitt, reporting for duty. Welcome to the show. Shalom, everyone. It's a lot going on the world stage, as usual. I'm not chasing the because it's all, we don't know what's real and what's fake. But we'll go over it. We'll talk about it. But in the description box down below, there's a shout out to Rodney McCrae, man. There's a movie clip, The Dark Crystal. There's a scene there that's reminiscent, or it might be even a preview of what it might look like when the Almighty, the Most High, Hayah, Asher Hayah, come down. And when we see him, so we shall see him as he is, and we shall be like him. Or actually, we shall be like him, and we shall see him as he is, because we're going to be changed in an instant, in a twinkling, remember? And there's in the video description box, in the description box down below, there's an image of what that might look like when, I believe it's the gamma ray, when it hits us, those of his children. It's like you're a cocoon. Something in you is going to change. Your physical appearance is going to change. You're going to get a new body. And when that gamma ray hit, Hollywood knows this stuff, man. Hollywood knows. So when I say, who are you? Who are you? Are you really his? Are you really his? And do you believe what he said, or you think it's just, conjecture? So it's rumored that the Vatican, underneath the Vatican, it's 52 miles of storage space. And what do they call them? The catacombs. And they got books for days, months, weeks, and years under the Vatican. And appreciate the thumbs up, guys. Appreciate the like. How did they get all the books? We know what they tell us. But the truth is, since they released the book, Lamech of Cain, they let you know who Cain was, what he was marked with. What is the mark of Cain? They let you know what he was marked with. This book came straight from the Vatican. And this is a pre-flood book. This is during the days of Noah or before. So see, they try to tell us that Moses is responsible for the first 5 books. Maybe not. Because remember, the Sumerians had a Genesis account. And that's before Moses. They lie about the age of everything. I mean, everything has been confused. And Yah is not the author of confusion. So everything's been flipped. When you think about, they may have added 1,000 years to history. They may have taken away 1,000 years from history. Originally, they messed up the dates. They changed it from a 7-day week to a 10-day week. And then from where it's like 12 or 13 months in the year, they changed it to where it's 10 months in the year. Why are they changing all this stuff? When you think of Daniel, it talks about the anti is going to change. I think to change the times. Well, the last one to do this quote-unquote change stuff was President O. But they've been changing this stuff for a number of years to really keep us confused, so we don't know who we are. So you don't know who you are. So I don't know who I am. Who are you? But I realize with all the censorship and stuff going on, I have to be somebody. I'm too small for them to be messing with me. I have to be somebody. I noticed that when they asked John the Baptist when he was on earth, was he a prophet? He said, no. He said, were you the prophet? No. Were you Elijah? He said, no. According to Yeshua, according to Jesus, all that he said was wrong. So it's not that he was intentionally lying. He just didn't know. He was a prophet. He was the prophet. And he was Elijah. It's according to Jesus. But he didn't know it. So it's better to err on the side of caution than to just get out there, oh yeah, I'm a prophet, I'm so and so, and you're not that. So instead of him just getting out there saying that, he stayed humble. And he said, I'm the voice of one crying out in the wilderness. I'm nobody. But he was somebody. Because Jesus said, of men born of women, there's been none greater than John the Baptist. So who are you? Don't you know the devil been around a long time? The enemy been around a long time. He knows who your parents are, your parents' parents, their parents. You see what I'm saying? He's traced your DNA from Adam forward. He know which line you come from and what your ancestors did and what God may be setting you up to be or to do. See? You just don't know it. Everybody knows it except you. Yeah, Toyota Kawasaki. It's hard to believe anything they tell us. We know the maps are off, right? The maps that we were brought up in the U.S., on the big globe and the big map that they got posted in the schools, the Mercator projection map, is wrong. It's off. The continents are the wrong sizes on purpose, in the wrong locations. But that's the official standard map. Really, the continents are supposed to be facing the other way, supposed to be upside down. There are some maps from the 1700s and 1500s and 14 that looks totally different than what we have now. And then there are some nations that were completely taken out of history. Why such confusion? And why does the Vatican have all the books if they were only created 300 AD? It's a lie, guys. We already went over that. The priests in Jesus' day were not Jewish priests, Hebrew Israelite priests. They were Roman priests. Yeah. Roman priests. The Catholics were already around, and they went around. So the Dum Diversus, the Papal Bull, the Edict of 1452. Why did the Catholic Church put that out? Why is it perpetual? Perpetual servitude. That means forever on the whole earth. Okay. Why are they the ones dealing with the quote unquote space aliens making the deals? You guys don't get it, do you? Okay. Remember, the Catholics created Christianity. The so-called Protestants didn't break away from the Catholics until the Reformation period with Martin Luther and call themselves Christian. And before that, they were just Catholic, Roman Catholic. So the mother of every quote unquote church, the Catholics. King James called the Pope a devil. Yeah, he fought against the Pope and the Catholic Church while he was alive. Yeah. So it's a lot going on, guys. And they keep throwing layer and layer and layer on top of things and to keep you looking off. You know, it's all a magician's trick. It's all a magician's trick. But we know how it plays out. We just have to wake up, see where we are, see who we are, and what we were told to do. Most of us aren't doing what we were told to do. Most of us are submitting to the devil, submitting to Satan. This is his system. This is his world, right? He took Yahshua HaMashiach up to the highest pinnacle, the highest mountain, and offered him all the kingdoms of the world. If you'll fall down and worship me. Jesus never told him, it's not yours to give. Never told him that. Even though man was supposed to have dominion on the earth. That power has already been usurped. So now we get to today to where Satan's kingdom puts the woman equal with a man, or even puts, in most cases, puts the woman above a man, on top of a man, usurping authority. Puts the kids above the parents. All right, Aretha Jackson. Shalom, welcome to the show. And then they would say marriage equality, words like that. What does that mean? Oh, if two women get together or two men get together, it's equal. Or a horse and a person, or a dog and a human. Like, oh, that's equal. No, it's not. So how long are we gonna wallow in the mud and let the devil rule over us and tell us what's legal and what's not legal and what's right and what's not right? How long are we gonna let the devil tell us that God can't deliver us? You know, you got to do this, you got to do that, and we hang our head. Well, we got to do this, we got to do that. Remember, the Catholics created the seminary schools, created Christianity. So your pastor is a Catholic under the leadership of the Catholics. Most pastors never wake up to the truth. Because if they did, how could they, with a clear conscience, get up and say the things that they say? Especially those who are learned. Like the Bereans said, they searched the scriptures to see if those things were so. Now, these pastors, you got to go to school now. You going to school doing all this studying, and you still don't know what that book say? Still don't know where we are? You still believing in stuff that's not in there? Yeah. So let's look at what's happening in the world now. First, they say that Russia, Iran, and China are doing joint military drills, right? Then they say, oh, well, Turkey attacked some Russians, yeah, exactly, Toyota Kawasaki. I mean, it's so they're saying that some militants, rebels, whatever they are, Turkish backed, attacked the Russians. Then they say Russians did. So which one is right? Are the Russians, the Chinese, and the Turks? I'm sorry, the Iranians? I think it was the. Anyway, they were all supposed to be doing military drill. Then all of a sudden, Turkey attacked Russia. Then Russia attacked Turkey. Okay. And then North Korea fired some missiles into the sea again, the Sea of Japan. And then, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, Trump signed something to help Hong Kong, which has infuriated China. And they said, oh, no, this is on. They said, now we're going to retaliate. So things are getting hot, but we can't believe nothing that's coming out. Nothing that's coming out. Now they're saying, Hunter Biden, man, that dude's the little sham marriage he had. He got a baby out of wedlock, and he's supposed to be smoking crack, and now he's supposed to be been involved in some LGBTQ stuff, actions. Oh man, this guy, on top of the bribery and other stuff he had, and the extortion, and oh man. And now Rudy Giuliani is caught up, and Trump is distancing himself. We got to distance ourselves from all of that mess. Those are not our leaders. Those are not our leaders. Yah didn't set them up. They don't serve and worship Yah, the Most High Yah. They got their own gods, the pantheon. Yeah. So when I first started looking into the occult and sororities and fraternities and secret organizations and stuff, a lot of them want to say a Freemasonry and Illuminati started in 1776. Well, the Bavarian Illuminati may have. Then you search even deeper. A lot of these witchcrafts and secret organizations, and they say, oh, everything started with Solomon. Then you search even deeper, and then they point the finger at Nimrod. Oh, everything started with Nimrod, who was the first anti-figure. But then you look deeper with what the Vatican just released. Everything started with Cain. Started with Cain. So I see how they can use the seed of Cain theory. Not that the devil, Satan, had sex with Eve and birthed Cain, because then the Bible would be wrong. Genesis 4:1 would be wrong. But Cain did have wife and children. And it's rumored that Noah's wife was one of Cain's descendants. So that's how the seed of Cain could have lived on to the new world. And the church of Cain, or the doctrine of Cain, would have been spread through one of Noah's children, or more than one, because we know that Shem was the righteous seed. Ham and Japheth, not so much. We know that Japheth was called a Gentile. First time that word is used in Scripture in Genesis 10. And we know that Ham saw Noah naked, and Noah say he knew what Ham had done to him. It would maybe was more than just seeing him naked. So that's how Canaan was cursed. But the line of Shem is supposed to be blessed. So if the 8 were the only ones who survived, Noah had 3 sons, and 2 of those sons were bad. Can you see how it would be easy for those 2 sons and all their descendants to gang up on the other one? All of them gang up against Shem. But who are you? Orphan bear. All right, I'm a bear. Who are you? Which side are you on? They done flipped everything. We so far, we so close to the end, guys. We're so close to the end game. And nobody's moving. I'm not going to say nobody. I wish everybody would heed the warning and do something, but a lot of people just don't have it all up here. They're thinking, oh, some magic gonna happen, and at the last minute they're gonna, come on, man, that's not how it works. When they tell you to be at the airport at a certain time to catch your flight, you don't be like, oh no, they're not gonna leave me. I can be there 30 minutes. I can get there in 20 minutes and get through there in 30 minutes, 45. No, you get left. You see? It's a lot of people that's going to be like the 10 virgins, the 5 foolish and the 5 wise, except it's going to be way more than 5 foolish. Way more than 5 foolish. Because everybody's sitting back and thinking, oh, I just need to do this. I don't have to do nothing else. I just got to, No, you need to do it all. I know that's right, Chris Smith. We need to stay as close to Yah as possible on a daily basis. Yeah, orphan bear, that may be a good thing, man. Alaska. We all need to start coming out, going somewhere, doing something, because it's going down. And you know what it says, what we read the other day? Prepare slaughter for his children. Because everybody caught up, man, and they said, oh, we can do this, we can do that, ain't nothing wrong. 5G for 5 acres. Wow! That's a blessing, man. Except Alaska gets dark for 3 months at a time, and then it's light for 3 months at a time. That's scary. And I should have put that other video down at the bottom. There's a movie, guys, and I may put it in here. I may add it in there later, called Blue World Order. Blue World Order. It's free on YouTube, and I'll probably add it to probably in a couple of hours, a few hours. Not right now. But Blue World Order, you should watch it. It kind of tells us what this 5G is capable of. 4 hours long? Woo! That's not enough for me, brother. Woo! So the in this movie, Blue World Order, there was a explosion. There was an explosion. And they said it was an EMP caused by the towers, okay? It lets me know this is a 5G tower. And they said with the explosion, it sent out an electromagnetic pulse, but it sent out new software which hacked everybody's brain and put in some type of virus. with the electronic pulse. That's deep, but it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. And it killed all the kids. There was one little girl left alive. Blue World Order. Probably later I'll put that in the description box for you. But they had to, there was no cure for it. What? Warmer in Anchorage than Portland and Seattle. Okay. Yeah, you're right, Toyota Kawasaki. People don't even understand. You know, they run the commercials. I hear and see the commercials all the time about, oh, invest in 5G. You want to help them. So we're paying for our own enslavement. Yeah, everything's blue. So there was no cure for the hack. Your brain is able to be hacked. Our body is electromagnetic. Our brain is like a quantum computer, supercomputer. It's even more advanced than that, but you can be hacked. And so the virus, there was no cure for it, but they kept little pins like stun guns. And when the virus started taking them over, they shoot themselves, shock themselves like that. And they said that short circuits the virus, pushes it back and gives them time to. And they were so brainwashed to where when the people who work for the government come and you try to hit them, your eyes are freeze because you program. You can't remember that the little video we watched with the Boston Dynamic, how the android wouldn't shoot or fight those people. It shot at the feet, picked up the dog, and ran. By the way, that dog is now being employed by police forces in the United States. That robot dog, the Boston Dynamic dog, yes. So what are they doing with the android? Believe me, it's coming. It's probably already there too. They just don't want to announce that because, you won't mind if an android dog replaces the what is that thing? German Shepherd. But if an android robot replaces the real human, we might get a little concerned. But believe me, it's happening right now. But so there was no cure. The virus was spread through the cell phone tower, through 5G. When there was an EMP, it hacked the brain and put in a virus. And everybody didn't know who to trust. Who's the good guys? Who's the bad guys? Who are you? Which side are you on? I mean, that's how close we are to this stuff, guys. All these countries are now saying they're getting ready to dump the dollar, and Russia's already built its own internet platform, and they already have something that the BRIC nations have something to offset SWIFT, which is the way you transfer money. And if the banking system collapses, the New World Order is coming. If this sickness breaks out, the New World Order is coming. If this war breaks out, the New World Order is coming. Either way it goes, the New World Order is coming. If one of these things in the sky hits the ocean, the New World Order is coming. One of these planets or asteroids or whatever is up there. Matter of fact, somebody caught a video last week at the end of, no, it wasn't even last week. It was like, was it Wednesday or something? One of those, it was like a meteorite coming in, fiery. You could see it, and somebody shot a missile at it, trying to knock it out of the sky. Numbered in the Most High's Army 717. Shalom, brother. Trying to stay woke. So this thing was coming to the earth, fiery. And somebody, somewhere, some country shot a missile at it. and the missile went straight through the fire. Didn't knock it out the sky, didn't explode it. We got some Star Wars stuff going on, guys. We're going to have Yah, the Almighty Yah, to do the stuff that Moses did, to do the stuff that Elijah did. Because we're going up against some stuff, guys. We're going up against android robots and android dogs. We're going up against nanobots and electromagnetic and 5G and 6G and all kind of technology, drones and telescopes that can see thousands of miles, maybe millions, who knows. We're going up against AI, alien intelligence, artificial intelligence that can read the mind, that can take over the body. But you got some people who so brainwashed is the word. I like to say stupid, but really it's brainwashed. Yes, we will have spiritual powers to combat them. You're right about that. We'll have to, yes. Iron mixes with clay. Yes, Chris Smith. Exactly. Exactly. But woe unto all of them that allows that to happen to them, because you're going to get the grievous boil. The Bible speaks about them. Everybody who take that mark going to get that boil on them. And it's going to hurt you 5 months. You're not going to die. But who are you? Whose side are you on? Do you believe? Or are you so weak you ready to switch sides? You ready to, you know, join teams with the beast? They can promise you life extension technology. They have CRISPR gene editing. Oh yeah, we can get rid of this run in your family. We can get rid of this gene, clip this gene, and you're cured. You just gotta take this little thing in your right hand and your forehead, and you become ours for life and the next life. A lot of people are so stupid they're gonna do it. I mean, it's people who, a lot of banks been having troubles. It's some people who it's happened to them more than once already, to where they couldn't get money out. ATM wasn't working, bank wasn't open. You believe they still haven't changed a thing? They still got everything in the bank. Direct deposit ain't working. It's scary. Oh, it's back to normal. Keep putting I don't know what you call that. What would you call it? Would you call it brainwashed? You can use some harsher terms. I probably would use some harsher terms. Like dumb and stupid, stuff like that. I mean, if it happened to you once and it scared the socks off you, well, you should make some adjustments, some changes. So if it happens again, you'd be like, oh, I didn't fix that hack already. I'm not worried about that anymore. Yep, Toyota Kawasaki. We really need to wake up, man. I got a chance to watch, I believe it was the Hagman. And Steve Quayle was on there and a few other guys. And they were talking about, this was right after I talked about how they deleted my entire inbox. And they was talking about how, man, people been butting in on their phone calls, saying crazy stuff, hanging up. I mean, while they talking to each other, somebody just come in on the line and, speak directly to them. Do this, don't do this. You better do this. You better give it up, hang up, and a whole bunch of stuff has been happening, man. The one guy was scared the socks off of him. But he says only by the grace of God, only by prayer that he's still alive, because they been threatening to kill him. Kill these guys, Steve Quayle and this other guy, I forgot his name. But he was like, he don't know how they do it for all these years. But that's how it's going to be. And so one of the things he said, he was harassed or abducted, whatever, by the men in the suit. They knew everything about him, who his affiliates were, where he was going, where he was coming from, what he did for a living, the book he was writing. And they kept wanting to know about stuff that's in the Bible. Tim Alberino, I don't know if it was Tim, though. I don't know if this guy that was on there with him was Tim. I've seen Tim before. I don't think that was him. But, and he said they're doing some end time stuff, writing about them. They kept wanting to know about the two witnesses. When are they going to show up? Where are they coming from? It's like they wanted to hit it off, kind of like the Terminator movie. You know, when is this guy going to be here? You know him? Where? Yeah, they wanted to know about that. Yeah, they came out. Yeah, exactly. And so he's like, hey, man, why do they want to know so much about the two witnesses? He was like, you can get a Bible and just read it. But they can't just read it because their eyes can't see it. Tom Horn was there too. I don't know if he was on that show, but I didn't see Tom Horn on there. Stan Dale came on later. Really, I just watched the Steve Quayle and the other guy, and I can't remember the other guy's name. But yeah, they just wanted to know about, because the veil, see, that's why the scripture's talking about blessed are your eyes because they can see, blessed are your ears because they can hear. So a lot of people out there that get a Bible, they can read the whole thing. You know, they can have all kind of education and won't understand a freaking thing in there. Get a dictionary, you know, define all the words, and won't know nothing about what's going on. They need somebody to break it down to them because their eyes aren't blessed. They can't see. Their ears aren't blessed. They can't hear. Their heart, they can't conceive it and understand it in their mind and in their heart. So that's why these government people, or maybe they were, I don't know what they were, who they were, but they want to tell me about the two witnesses, everything you know about them. You know why? They want to cut them off at the pass. They want to cut them off at the pass. So who are you? Who are you? See, maybe because they shutting down, they're purging YouTube, guys. A lot of people are getting, hey, man, hey. And I thought about it. I've really been watching YouTube really, really strong, really hard since about 2004, 2005. Exactly, Chris Smith. Yeah, they thought they knew. It's like the devil been trying to use the Bible. The devil been around long before we were even created. He been trying to use it to stop stuff. He ain't did nothing but play into God's hands. Ever since Abraham, he been trying to stop stuff. I mean, he knows the prophecies and what's. He can't stop nothing. He'd be like, oh, I know this. He'll set something, try to block it here, and happen another kind of way. You thought you knew, didn't you? And so, yeah, they all trying to, it has to be revealed to you. If you ain't got the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost, you're not going to know. You know, it don't matter. You can read it, and it can have more than a deeper meaning than what a lot of people take from it. And that's why when I tell you that the Catholics created the seminary schools, but they advised their congregation, no, you better not read this. You better not read these scriptures and these books and this Bible and stuff. Come to mass, whatever, mass, and we'll tell you what it means. We'll break it down for you. Don't you try to read it on your own. It's a little too complicated. Well, don't you know that's what they tell these pastors that go to the seminary school? They tell all their congregation, yeah, they'll give you one verse to read. Come back next and we'll talk about this one little verse. You can't get nothing out of that. It's just like saying Jesus wept. You read that, all right, Jesus wept. Well, so what'd you learn? Where you're going to come back and they're going to tell you, try to plug it into something else. And you're going to be like, wow, that's deep. But they ain't line up on line, precept on precept. They're not going through there just breaking it down. No, they teasing you, giving you a little tickle in your ears so you can keep coming back and paying money. Yeah, but people ain't coming out of these 501c3s. It's too entrenched, you know. And the 501c3s, the Judas, the people that's Up there in the fancy suit, most likely them the ones that's going the Judas goat. That's gonna tell y'all it's all right. This all right. That's all right. God understand. You got to feed your family. Take this mark. Take that mark. It's gonna be all right. You got to have a job. And they might skew the word, find some scriptures to support what they're saying. It was like, without this mark, you can't work. The Bible says if you don't work, you don't eat. Better take this mark. People gonna be like, yeah, you right. You right. No, no. But hey, that's what it is. And we're there, guys. We're there. It ain't no 20 years out no more. It ain't no 10 years out no more. It's months. Maybe, yeah, maybe a year or two, maybe three, because they are coming across some resistance. People are praying. You're right about that, Chris Smith. And I don't know. I've been trying for a long time. Way before I started YouTube. You get a lot of people laughing at you. They don't want to hear it because as long as they're in agreement with their pastor, then what you saying don't make no difference. Even if they pastor go to hell, they don't care. Well, he the pastor. Well, this and that. Yeah. So you can show them anything in that book and they can read it, and be like, oh, wow, that's strange. I never read that before. I'm going to have to ask my pastor what that means. It can be something like as simple as don't use blue shoestrings in your shoes. And they'll be like, oh, well, that has to mean something else. I'm going to have to ask my pastor what that means. Don't put blue shoestrings in my shoes. It's not that hard. Yep. Yep. So I saw a lot of people celebrating Thanksgiving, like, oh, it's okay. It's all right. It's not a problem. I understand. You've been doing it your whole life. Now, we know that has nothing to do with Scripture. Actually, it's kind of the opposite. It's kind of the opposite, actually, because the truth, I don't even want to get into it. If you don't know where Thanksgiving comes from by now, you should. It's tied to a lot of bad stuff. It's not really tied to a lot of things and giving. It's tied to a lot of other things. I don't even want to go into it. But yeah, exactly, Chris Smith. What is the roots of it? And the quote unquote Black Friday. No, I don't I'm not gonna celebrate that. I'm not gonna go and try to get a deal. You know what that means? Man. Yeah. Yeah, Toyota Kawasaki, you're right. That's why they call the Pope the Holy Father. What? You call him the what? No, that ain't my Holy Father. My Holy Father is up there. Ayah, Asher, Ayah. I am that I am. Shoot, man. No, 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 no. Yeah, pray for them. Mm. And there's just so much going on. And so, the more I learn, the more I go back to the origins of everything and be like, where did this falsehood start? This backwardness, and it goes back a long way. And a lot of people aren't able to wake up. Even the stuff that doesn't go back that far, right? Like the birth certificate stuff, marriage license, social security card. A lot of people still don't understand what those things are for. Still don't. And that doesn't go back far. Neither one of those things go back 100 years. No, neither one of those things go back 100 years. Not far at all, but you think, oh, yeah, this is where it's always, we have to do this. You do? Okay. They setting you up. They setting you up. You get this stuff, the next, well, we're not doing it like this no more. It's this. Well, we're not doing it. Just like the driver's license. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And then next, oh, well, we got to add some biometrics to it. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Oh, well, so many people are stealing this stuff and hacking it. We got to put it in the chip and put it in your hand and your forehead. Step by step. Except you ain't climbing the highway to heaven. You're going the other direction. So at some point, I was talking to somebody the other day, and they had sent me a scripture from the Apocrypha, and I was like, yeah, because I had already read it. I knew it was in there, and this person was like, man, I've been having this Apocrypha for probably about 7 years, but steady getting more stuff, trying to get more books, and you ain't read this yet. You didn't even know that was in there all this time. You haven't even acted on that. So where do you draw the line? Is it a contest to see who can get the most books? Because you didn't even read that. You've been having it and the Apocrypha is small, guys. It's a small book. It's not even 100 pages. Maybe 100. It's not like the Bible, 1,000 pages and stuff like that. So it's small, man. You can sit down in one sitting and read that. Man, it's all about, I don't know. What do you expect to find? You didn't even read that. There's some jewels in there, Read it. Apply it. Do it. It's not about the talk. It's about be ye doers of the word, not forgetful hearers only. And that's where the separation is coming in at right now. The separation. We can all look the same and read from the same book and dress up nice. So some people follow what's in the book and some people don't. And the people that don't follow us in the book, they point the finger at the other ones. Why y'all not over here with us doing this? You ain't read the book? You ain't read it? You don't know what we're supposed to be doing? Well, Pastor said, I don't care what Pastor said. Pastor didn't write the book. He ain't following it either. Woo! So, just like in the days of Noah, that's why Jesus even mentioned that. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man. Because some people got locked out. They thought they were in. Same with Lot now. Couldn't find 50 righteous in the city. But they thought they was good. Only Lot and his 2 kids made it out. The whole city, 2 whole cities. But people just, they feel like as long as they doing what the norm is, what society tells them to do, and they looking around at everybody else, making sure if they start running, I'm gonna run too. That's so dumb. Dark Wolf, good morning, man. Shalom, shalom. Welcome to the show. Yeah, once saved, always saved. Yep, boiling that frog. Boiling that frog. And what they waiting on is they want to be the first one, They ain't gonna do nothing now, but they know it's supposed to be done because they don't see nobody else doing it. It's the herd mentality, sheeple. So they looking around. If they see one person run, they're gonna run. You know what I mean? They want to be the first one. But you know to do it now. Why not do it now when you don't even have to rush, when you don't have to run? Do what you gotta do. And when they get here, you're gonna be like, whew, glad I took care of that. Why everybody else trying to scramble and do it now? No, but they don't think that. No. They ain't gonna do that. But they'll do it when it's time for a football game or something. They got time to go tailgating. Oh, I better be the first one here and get up early and yeah, you're gonna get it done then. But something that's necessary, you just gonna wait. You're gonna look around and make sure, see what everybody else doing. It don't matter what everybody. Get your mind off everybody else. Get your eyes off everybody else. Keep your eyes on the Most High Yah. You deal with Him. Whatever He told you to do, you do it. It don't matter if anybody else does it or not. It don't matter. You see, because if they go to hell, you going too. You'll be satisfied then. Well, they did it. No, it ain't about no they. What you doing? So, I'm tired of telling people, man, I'm tired of, you know, scripture say he went to his own and his own received him not. And the Bible tell you, if you go to somebody's house and they don't receive it, he say, take your peace back. He say, first extend your peace unto them. Peace be unto you. And give them the word, dude. They say if they don't accept it, they don't accept the word. They say they're not really rejecting you, they're rejecting God. Say, take your peace back. Shake the dust off, wipe it under your feet, and go. Yeah, don't leave the peace with them. Take that peace right back, because they devils. You ain't finna get the devils no peace. Nah, we're gonna make war with the devils. Unfortunately, that's the game we in. So who are you? Who are you? All right, Dark Wolf. So just make sure we're doing the right thing every day, all day, every day, doing what we're supposed to be doing, so we don't get caught. All right, Chris Smith. Get caught with our pants down. And then you're gonna be trying to explain, trying to give me, oh, give me a second chance. Oh, I just need to. No, no, no. Let's remove all the excuses up front. And whatever you learned that you know is right, do what's right. Regardless of what everybody else is doing. Don't be looking around me, well, he did it, well, she did it, well, they didn't do it. I don't care. No, no, no. It's not about that. It's about you and the maker. Make sure you're right there. Right there. And what everybody else is doing, they're going to have to pay. There are consequences for not doing what you know to be doing. Anyway, guys, I just had to get that off my chest. We need to be getting ready, guys. It's coming close to where they're going to try to push us on this IoT, Internet of Things, with the digital currency, with the cryptocurrency. They're doing away with the fiat, and they're probably going to do away with the silver and gold. I know that's right, Anna the Evangelista. That's right. We're not of the world. We in this world, we're not of the world. That's right. Sure. But they can't do away with the silver and gold because, well, the wealthy are going to have it up until the day the Messiah comes. So they're going to throw it in the streets at that time. All right. Appreciate that, Toyota Kawasaki. All right, good night to you. So we need to come up with a medium of exchange, barter. We don't want to use their currency. That's tracked. Everything's tracked. And that puts us in league with them. We need to use our own currency or just barter, you know. You want this apple? Here, give me that banana. Straight up. We need to make sure we're doing what that book say. That's what's going to save us. That's what's going to cause the smoking and the fire by day and the pillar by night, to protect us. Upon all the glory should be a defense. But you're not going to get that if you stayed in Babylon and didn't come out. Y'all tell you that. The Bible tell you that. But some people just, okay. Exactly, Anna the Evangelista. Yep, they know how to barter when they need to. And we're going to need to, believe it. Believe that. I mean, anything with their name on it, with their pictures and emblems on it, and emblems and signatures, we don't want that. This fiat, we don't want that. And something that they just make up out of thin air, like the fiat, like the crypto. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Because you got to get online to use it. Nah, man. No. You know, God got mad at David, King David, for counting the population, but we do a census every 10 years. Come on, man. You think God pleased with that? And he punished David? No, man, that's not God. God not gonna be like, well, it's okay for you to do it. But you, I'm gonna punish you for it. Nah, man. If you got the punishment, you gonna get a punishment too. Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, guys, stay on guard. Fast and pray. Watch and pray. And stay out of this foolishness. It's going to get a lot more foolish than it is now. Don't let them drag you into it. They're trying to start this civil war. You know, in some situations you can't help it. Like if some people surround you and, yeah, you did it, and you try to walk away and they punch you in the nose, oh well, they dragged you in it. You didn't have nothing to do with that. But if somebody try to start something with you and just yapping, and okay, well tell them what you did and go on about your business. I ain't got time for this mess. You know what I'm saying? But they will try to drag you into it. And then, like I said, that tower, they said that tower, when the EMP hit, it was from the tower and it killed so many people. And it put some software, it hacked the brain and put software in it and then they could see through your eyes at that point. So we're looking out for that as well. They're telling us what their plans are. Appreciate that, Dark Wolf. Yeah. Anyway. Well, that's all I had to say, guys. Just don't be afraid to stick out. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to stand up, to be a man, to be a woman of God. You know, don't be like, well, they told me I gotta do it. Well, ain't nobody else. Don't worry about that. You know, you do what's right, what you're making, you're gonna be blessed for it. And with that said, guys, this is Brian Anthony, your host with Beyond Babbitt, over and out. Brian Anthony, your host with Beyond Babbitt, over and out. Peace and blessings, man. Love y'all. Be careful, be safe.